Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Our next guest says that all women possess the fortitude and resilience necessary to demolish societal barriers that we have faced throughout history. In honor of Women's History Month, she joins us today with tips to help us do just that. We welcome back life coach and author of Freedom is Your Birthright, Dr. Dravon James. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I love your perspective on this because we can acknowledge the challenges and roadblocks that women face, and then we can just blow right through them, right?
Right, we can use those challenges as stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks and make the decision to use the journey to create our future.
Okay, so we should start kind of in our own life, building up this skill set to be our strongest individual that we can be.
Absolutely. We start with the self-awareness of the contributions and the successes that we've had to build the confidence we need.
Okay, and what about setting intentions? Tell me about that.
Oh my goodness, without a roadmap, we'll end up where we don't want to be. So we got to know where we want to go. It's good to have a goal, make that goal visible, display it somewhere, whether you're going to use a journal, whatever you're going to do, have a roadmap to where you want to go and set the intention, set the plan, make it clear of what your goal is.
Okay, and what about boundaries? How does that come into play?
Setting healthy boundaries for yourself. You've got to know what you'll stand for and what you won't. And setting healthy boundaries for how you allow others to interact with you will be part of your leadership, whether you're leading yourself, your home, or your company.
Okay, and I love this one. Spend just 5 minutes before bed focusing on your dream. Just that little block of time, right?
Absolutely. Most of us are in the habit of reviewing our day at the subconsciously and worrying about the things that we didn't do. But instead of that, we want to change the focus and focus on the dream, recommit ourselves to the dream and to the intention.
And what about gratitude? That's so important too.
Yeah, they say our life goes in the direction of our most dominant thoughts. So if you're thinking about things that you are grateful for, you attract more things to be grateful for. You change the whole trajectory of your life by focusing on what you are grateful for instead of worrying and complaining.
That's really beautiful. And you say self-confidence and self-esteem. We've got to embrace those things.
That is probably the highest form of self-love. Falling in love with yourself is developing your self-esteem, developing your self-confidence, which is so important. We go back to the first thing we talked about is your self-awareness of your victories and your successes will help you in that area to fall in love with yourself.
And how can we track our progress and kind of make sure that we're on the right path?
I absolutely believe what we track gets momentum and it grows. So develop either some tracking form, you can just record it, get an accountability partner, a life coach, some process that will let you look at where you were and where you are now. Because sometimes we're not truthful we don't give ourselves the credit that we deserve. So put a starting point and revisit that starting point and see where what goals and progress you've made over time.
That's true. And a lot of us are guilty of the negative self-talk. I think it impacts women a ton. Gosh, how do we get rid of that? It's so tough.
Yeah. So don't criticize ourselves. Just when you catch yourself talking down to yourself, ask yourself, is this what I would say to my best friend? Is this what I would say to the young people in my life? I would point out, yes, there are areas that we want to improve in, but use positivity to produce sustainable change. Negativity does not produce sustainable positive change.
Yeah, you're right. We're often a lot tougher on ourselves than we would be on anybody else in our lives. That's a great way to check in. How about your physical health? I mean, that really plays into all this too, right?
Yes, because all of these dreams mean nothing if we don't have the capability to enjoy them. So I'm not telling people that you got to get out and do a marathon, but make sure you're getting some type of physical activity every day. Make sure you have healthy sleep hygiene and make sure you are increasing your water intake. Those are three things you can do right now to help improve the body that you're living in so you can enjoy the life that you're creating.
Super simple. Just have to check in and remind ourselves every once in a while and give ourselves grace because we're not going to be perfect, right? We're making progress.
Yeah, we want to replace the word perfection with progress. It is all about progress. This is a journey. We want to enjoy the journey. The destination awaits us, but the journey is so important. Just progress, not focusing on perfection.
And celebrate when you do get a win, no matter how small it might be.
It is the small wins. I'm so glad you said that, Hannah. It's the small wins that add up to the big wins. Do not wait for the big, colossal win before you celebrate yourself. Celebrate the small wins because that builds momentum and encourages the next step. Because progress is challenging to be consistent. So we want to make sure that we're consistently rewarding ourselves.
I love it. I'm feeling so empowered after talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course, again, Dr. Dravon's book is Freedom is Your Birthright, and we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.